Macaulay C here today, and we're going to be talking about love, which is one of the pillars in the four foundations. We have health, wealth, love, and wisdom. Now, within the love pillar, we have pickup, dating, relationships, marriage, and family. And within the wisdom category, we go over friendship, but right now we're going to be focusing on dating. Okay. So for those who want to sharpen their sword within the dating realm, let's talk about what is your edge? Today's section is what is your edge? What is the thing that is going to help you have the edge when it comes to dating? Because we all have our strengths, whether that's video games, whether that's talking on Discord, whether that's like in-person groups, whether that's texting, dating apps, whatever it may be. There's some sort of arena that we find ourselves more confident in, and we just thrive in that arena. Now, you may not be aware of that. You may not even know. So I would do an analysis of yourself. Ask yourself, where do you naturally shine? Where do women respond best to you? Where do you notice where you have the most response to women when you're talking to them? Where do conversations feel easiest for you? And where do you get where do you feel the least resistance? And you maybe you don't feel that way, but it's true. Where is it super easy for you to just have those conversations? And really important, where can you go where you don't feel like there's competition? Because sometimes you feel like, you're flower blocked. I'm just making that up, that new word right there. I don't want to use the other one. But you have women come in the way, the refrigerators come in, they try to take you away from the girl, or maybe you have guys coming in and try to block you. Where can you shine where you don't have to compete against other dudes or other girls? And where are you also in a place where women seem the most comfortable too? There are so many scenarios where you almost feel this social pressure where it's dang, I feel like I can't hit on her right now because of either societal pressure, or just this is weird and awkward. There could be so many different scenarios where it's just in an environment where it's just frowned upon, or perhaps she's just not in the mood, or she's just not even expecting it or whatever. And so you do need to think about these things. Keys, simple things is you do ask, you want to ask her questions, talk to her, and then if you do feel like there is a vibe, you can try to shoot your shot. But again, these other things, if you can eliminate those things and she knows hey, even better, I would say, find a place where she's okay with being approached, and she knows this is a place perhaps that she will be approached, and she's open to that. And that could be going out in a certain scenario where she knows yeah, I'm going to be hit on, or I'm going to talk to these guys or whatever, and you are one of those guys. But I'm not going to go into specifics on what could be your situation, but I will talk about my situation. For me, I really thrived in the dating app scenario because I'm always on my phone. I'm good at messaging, talking, communicating. For me, I found an app. It was called Hinge, not the bad one, not Tinder. I found Hinge, and Hinge put it in a way to where the guys are the catch essentially, and the girls have to message first. So it actually flips it to the natural roles of what I believe it should be, where a woman needs to kind of show interest, and we have to pick and choose. Now, guys should show initial interest, but essentially you're putting yourself into a position to get rejected, and this app flips it to where they're putting themselves in the position to get rejected, which I value that power structure right there, because it's easier. Because how the app works is they swipe on you, you're swiping on them. It shows you the match first, and then you get to decide whether you accept it or not. And if you do accept it, then you know that every girl that you see that pops up, they've already liked you first. You're just choosing at that point. Once you choose, then they already know there's already mutual interest. You're not just swiping on a girl and hoping she likes you. No, the girls you see are the ones that like you. You just have to choose if you like them. Then it opens up the scenario, and that's what I did, and that was for me, and it was great because I also positioned, and if you want to check out Corey Wayne, he talks about this, but how to create the perfect dating profile and bio. My bio, you want to, I'll give you a little quick tip here. In your bio, you want to categorize, or you want to qualify her in the bio. You don't want to simp. You don't want to say I'm looking for a girl. You don't want to be like, please pick me. You want to say like, I'm looking for a girl who's XYZ. She's this, she's that, she's this, she's that, she's this. Are you that girl? DM me if you are, and you qualify her. And when I did this, I had girls DM me and they were angry because they liked me, but they knew that I wasn't choosing them. So they felt rejected. So they felt upset. Good. I don't want you anyway. And then I've had some girls that would message me and be like, oh my gosh, I'm exactly what you described. Oh my gosh, like you're describing me. I could be this girl. And like, that's feminine. That's great energy. So like dating apps for me was the thing that worked. And during COVID, it helped me meet my wife now. And we did video chats, we talked, and she was also serious. I was serious. It worked out. It was perfect for me. Now, if I had to talk about what worked for me in real life, I would say that's probably a little bit tougher, but probably in a church environment or a work environment. So either I'm working, like for example, at a gym, and I see somebody and I just approach them in the gym, and I have a hierarchy position already. Like for example, I was a personal trainer, so I could just talk to people and already have like a higher step. Or I'm in church and it's more of like a friendly, everyone, the boys and girls are all there together and they're in their groups and you can talk to each other at church, and it's a nice safe spot there for you to get to know each other. So that's probably those are my two ways. I never had success, or neither did I want to, with bars or clubs. I just think that I'm not going to meet my future wife at a club, and that's a whole nother conversation. This is dating, which we'll get into it in a second on what you should look for. But again, I'm just really want you to think about what is your edge at this point. I mean, it's very simple. If you can't explain what your edge is, you don't have an edge. And if you don't have one, okay, fine. At least go experiment. Like for example, let's give some examples here. If I were back in the dating space again, what would I be doing? I would be purposely going to like Target, because there's beautiful women at Target. You can go to Target, you can talk to them. I would put myself in an environment where there's more women than men. That Target's a great one. I would go out with my friends to a place where maybe it's very family friendly and possibly like a church. And again, those are what's worked for me, but for you, you're going to know what works for you. Okay. So we have, for example, we have stores, school, gym, church, work, dating apps, social media, phone calls, texting, video games, whatever you want to try out, just figure that out and do a little evaluation and go out there and try it. Now, we're going to be uploading other videos soon that are going to be talking about like how to find a wife versus, there's hoe material, there's girlfriend material, there's wifey material, knowing the difference. I mean, we go into all that. Again, as a reminder, we have pickup, dating, relationships, marriage, and family. And we're going to be diving in each one. And right now we just covered dating. So that's a quick little tip. What is your edge? Call EC out. Let me know below what you think is going to give you that upper hand. Bye-bye.